The Boss Show. Hello and welcome to the Boss Show. This is the show for you to tell you about the studio and what we've been doing, what we're doing now, what we're going to do, and to show you this. This is a thing that it is Montreal steak seasoning. You can put this on steaks and you can put it on while it's cooking, and it's really nice because it's spicy when you get it. It's kind of salty, but yeah, it gets pretty spicy. I know that there has not been a Boss Show, and you're sitting there saying, dude, did you know that this is your first Boss Show? And I hadn't seen a Boss Show in like 45 years. Why? Are they all crammed up your ass? What'd you do with the Boss Show? I know. Honestly, I got distracted. I didn't make any for a long time. Part of it was I got behind 1 month, and then they just didn't happen for a few months, but there's a reason for that, and I'm going to explain that to you in this video. I hope you guys are having a great week. Stick here with me a little bit. I'm going to tell you about the changes that are going to go around in 2025 on the channel, because we do have some. Some years I'm sitting here and I'm like, don't worry, we're gonna have a change or two, and it's like little things, but not this year. This year we got some pretty big changes. I hope you enjoyed Waffle Cone Willie. It was fun. It was spooky when you heard that ice cream truck like off in the distance, and your ass tightens up so much you can make a diamond out of a piece of coal. And I got to spank ghost children. It's always a plus. There was that one. Now we're doing Is This Game Trying to Kill Me? I love it to pieces. It's a really good version of like the game within a game that's going on. We're actually catching up with some games that were in late 2024 that I didn't get around to. There was just too much stuff to do. So we're kind of catching up with that. Next game that we're going to run into is going to be Mouthwashing. You guys, we played the demo for that last year as well. It's more of a dramatic space game, kind of.
Space, drama, put together, and kerboom. And then you have a singularity of, oh my God.
We're going to be catching up with a few games from a little bit from last year, it's going to be good. Some of them, they're going to be all different kinds like they usually are. We do have some new equipment. Actually, that is one of them. That monitor right there, look at it. Look deeply into its eye. I have 2 new monitors, and I know, I know that sounds like, wait a minute, hey, I thought you didn't make, well, I try not to spend as much money as I can because I'm old and we get that way. When we get old, it's like, we're gonna buy a sandwich. It's like, well, do you want any meat on it? Does that cost extra? Yeah, that's another 10 cents. Nope, just give me the bread. We get to this point where we're old, it's like, I don't want to spend no money. But I did get 2 monitors, and the reason why was because it was one of those specials that you see rarely on Amazon, and they had like brand new monitors, and I think they were like $28 a piece for brand new monitors. So I bought 2 of them, and I would have loved to let you guys in on it, but I think that special like lasted for 1 hour before all the monitors were gone. It happened in the middle of the night, and I was like, what? I want my boom, and I got a couple of new monitors. So congratulations to my boobs. We also have, well, I can't show it to you right now, but I have a new mouse. It's not a mouse, it's trackball. I've always been a trackball dude. If you guys watch my video, you may have seen me explaining this, but yeah, I always had a mouse because they're just around, they're laying around. It's like you walk into one of my other rooms, like in this house, and you kick over a box and like 42 mice will fall out of it. Okay, I'll take this one. So I had that, but I actually went and bought a trackball, so now I'm using a trackball. That's the new equipment that we've had over the past few months. I'm very happy with all of it. We have been doing a few new things on the channel, started like late last year. One was we're doing ultra widescreen games. Sometimes ultra widescreen is coming around, like a lot of people are doing that now. And a lot of games will they'll like, do you want ultra wide? How wide? How fat do you want your video game, dude? They have a setting for it already. Some of them don't. Some of them actually refuse to go into ultra widescreen. And in that case, we don't do it because it doesn't work. But I hope you guys have been liking the ultra wide screen. We also got a new border. I think I was sick. You ever have one of those times where like you get sick and what is your day and you're going bleh, bleh, bleh. And then the next day you're going bleh, 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 bleh. But then the day after that you're not going bleh, but you're almost going bleh. And so you don't want to work that day, but you also can't sleep anymore because you've been in bed trying to like rest off the sick. And so you're like sitting there and like, well, what do? I can't sleep, but I'm not, I don't have the energy to do anything. Well, I sat around and I made a bunch of new borders for the face cam on my screen over there. And I think they turned out pretty well. They're rainbows, not to make any political or social statement. They're rainbows because I fucking like rainbows. That's the only reason. As always, do remember, if you also like my rainbows, then go over to patreon.com. Just a reminder, this is how I get the funding to make this channel and to make these videos and to keep going on. I would very, very much appreciate that. I take that and I go out and I buy groceries with it. I pay for my internet connection. It keeps me going here. And for you guys actually get to sit there and be proud. You're like, yeah, that channel, I fund that. I fund that bitch. That stupid shit right there. Ha, I am partially responsible for that dummity that's all over the world. I see, if you want to feel, I guess, responsible for it. We're not going to have a cutaway video today. Usually there's something I want to film. I haven't done it yet, but I'll give you a little preview. The next boss show that we do, there is going to be a little cutaway video, but I've discovered that outside my room, outside this studio, there's this big blank wall that leads to the stairs that go upstairs. And it's just sitting there and it's not doing nothing. It's a wall. Walls don't do shit. They're just like, what are you doing? I'm a wall. I'm just here. Well, since I have gathered so many ties, you guys in my unboxing, almost every one of you sent me at least a few ties in the boxes. My drawer is full of them. They're all over the place. I thought, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that wall and I'm just going to put the tie. I'm gonna take just thumbtacks. I'm gonna line that wall with all my ties. So I can actually, first of all, so I can see them all, but second of all, because it would be cool. And only when you get my age are you gonna think that a wall full of ties is cool? But since we are not going to do a cutaway video, I'll just tell you what we're going to do in the future because things are gonna change. You may have noticed already that there are 3 video games. Well, there's 4. I haven't even planned what to say yet. I'm still working on the channel. I'll get there. The video games are gonna go from, I used to make 5 or 6 of them episodes a week, and they're going to drop to 3 episodes a week. This does not include Star Wars. The Star Wars game is going to continue on until it is finished. After that, 3 video games a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, the reason for this, let me explain. You're gonna love this. Yeah, I love this. Last year, I was working on, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make more rants. I'm gonna make new shows. I'm maybe even bring back the Monday show. I'm gonna do all this stuff. And I tried to work on it. I tried really hard. I tried so hard to do it, but I found I just didn't have the time. I was trying to work on, the graphics to get it started up and the time to do it, and it wasn't there. I calculated it out, and I figured that what I was asking of the universe was for every day to be about 30 hours long, and I wasn't going to sleep for none of it. So now I'm sitting here and I'm all disappointed, and I'm like, well, how can I do that? How can I magically make more hours? But then I went and I did a little bit of research, and I found out that right now, people are not watching as many video game episodes as they used to. Now, why is that? Audiences evolve. Audiences change sometimes. Right now, the number of videos that I'm putting on was perfect for how many video game like episodes people used to watch like 5 years ago. I remember when Jacksepticeye, like for years on end, made 2 episodes a day and people would watch them. Well, lately, I think it's because YouTube is kind of diversified. There's a lot of different things that people want to watch, so they don't watch as many gaming episodes as they used to. Well, I needed extra time, and suddenly here's my extra time, as I don't have to make as many gaming videos as I used to because people just don't watch them. I mean, if I could make one every day of the week like I normally do, but people will just skip over a day anyway, and half of them won't get watched. I've even had some of my patrons, and then they popped up and they said, "Hey man, I found this really great game. You should play this and make episodes of it." And they hand me a game, and I'm like, dude, and I just link them to I already made a series of it, but they just didn't know it because they didn't watch it. Well, all this is telling my personal face that I'm making too many game episodes. I'm making too many of that. So don't worry, we're not getting rid of the games. They're staying, but they're going to be less of them because you guys don't want as many of them as I'm putting out. So you guys basically lose nothing, but what I gain is time. I gain time to make those shows and do those rants and actually have time to put this stuff together and do extra videos other than just video game videos. So good for me, good for you, and that's the change that's going to actually come around in 2025, this year. The first thing that's going to come back, because y'all wanted it, I asked about it, I even did a couple little surveys, and y'all said rants. That wasn't the only thing you want, but the first thing you want, it's like, okay, here's a little scale, and between 1 and 10, what do you want? And I think like a podcast show was 9, and the Monday show was like 5, and rants was like 452,368,400,002. So rants are coming back first. That's the first thing. And then we are going to do I'll tell you the name of the show. It is going to be called Gryphon Saves the Universe. And I'm going to do that on every episode. How? Well, just grab your microscope, look carefully at my balls, and somewhere in there is the answer. After that, whatever time that I have left is going to go to things like, I want to do, and give me, by the way, comment down below. Please comment down the bucket. The extra time after that is going to go, I'm going to try to put back the Monday show, but I also want to bring back Morning Arcade. If you remember a few years back, these were very short videos in the morning, little 10-minute videos of very, very old stand-up arcade games that we just go over and talk, and I talk about what day it was and what holiday was happening and give a little bits of news here and there. It was just a little morning show that you could just watch in the morning while you were drinking your coffee and pissed off that you just got to go to work in a minute. God damn, I don't want to go to work, but at least here's Morning Arcade. Yay! So that's what the extra time is going to go on for now. I'm not going to overpromise. I've done that enough lately, but that is what's going to go on for this year. And I think I've already done 1 month of it. And I think it's going to work out because I can now actually make every video game video, all the video game episodes for the entire month. I can make them in 1 week. That leaves 3 weeks, right? Now I could just sit on my ass for 3 weeks and get drunk on just fuck you, bitches. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. That's not me. That I have to be doing something or I'll go crazy. So that's what we're going to do with the other 3 weeks is we're going to be writing. We're going to be making rants. We're going to be doing other kinds of shows. And there's even a couple other, like some of the shorts that you see on YouTube now, the little 1 minute dudes. Been thinking more about making some of those. I've got a good idea about that. I know some of you like AI and some of you don't, but I've got this idea for making in little short AI clips of animals, just animals out in nature and what they do when people aren't looking, and using AI to do that. I think that's going to be kind of funny. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm going to have a little bit of experimentation, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to do that you guys have wanted for probably a long time. I'm happy to do it. That, I think, is going to be our update for now I want to thank all you guys for sticking with me because a lot of you guys have been watching my channel for years. Thank you very much for that. We're going to kick off a kind of a brand new, I don't know, era in the channel right now. And it's kind of going to go backwards a little bit. We're going to go and do things that we used to do, but we're going to do them again. Thank all you guys. Thank you, my patrons, for being there to support me. I couldn't still do this without you. And my patrons, they know that like right now, I mean, my legs, they really aren't working so much anymore. And it would just be, I don't know what else I would do with my life if it wasn't that I could still do this. So they really seem to care for me, and I really, really appreciate that. But I'm gonna take off for now. Don't worry, more videos are coming up. And comment down below if you have any suggestions. I will see all you guys very, very soon.